Good afternoon, Sam here. I hope that you guys are doing well. And I'm not sure just yet. Ric and Halisi are not here yet. So while we are waiting for them, I just want to make sure that I actually come here so you guys know that I'm actually here in case someone is here. And if you are watching, just let me know if my audio is all right. I am on my computer today. It's not really the greatest to do live videos, but that's the only option that I have today. So just let me know in the chat if you can hear me. So then also I'm not talking to myself. But my plan B, in case this was to happen, I don't know why I was actually thinking of a plan B, but I was thinking of a plan B. And it might actually take way less time than anticipated for the conversation with Ric and Alici. But I wanted to make sure that I actually come here to, talk with you about the upcoming summit live, in case you guys have questions. So I'm going to maybe go over a few things that you guys might want to know about the summit. And if you catch the replay later on, please let me know in the comments if you have questions. I want to make sure that all of your questions are answers about the summit before you actually decide to join. So the upcoming summit this Saturday is the Wealthy Black Woman Summit, and this is an all-day boot camp style summit for Black women looking at improving their wealth. So at first, when I decided to do the event, I was thinking of doing financial wealth only, but I do realize that money is emotional. It does carry a lot of different feelings for people. So I really didn't want people to come, for a full day of talking about money and feel drained at the end. I'm someone who can talk about it all the time. However, I do realize that that's not for everybody. So right now, the way the summit is organized, we are going to be talking about financial wealth, but we're also going to be talking about entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking about physical wealth. We're going to be talking about also career. And so it's important. I see it as a very complete way of approaching building wealth. So I'm going to be doing a session on investment because that's my favorite topic when it comes to building wealth. And my session is the four pillars of successfully investing in the capital markets. And so for me, I am approaching this session really from a beginner intermediate level. Granted that, I might still be talking about some topics or like I might be using some verbiage that is really difficult for people to grasp. But the goal with that session is that at the end, you have a better understanding of where to start, things to think of as you're starting to your journey as an investor, or like if you're a beginner investor, how to advance into an intermediate level. And so really think about it and from that perspective. So if you're an experienced investor, my session might not be for you. You might not like it, you might find it really redundant, not really the best. So when you join the summit, you automatically register to all sessions, but you do have the possibility, if you don't want to attend the session, to not attend the session. If you have the VIP pass, even if you don't attend the session the day of, you can come back after and listen to the session. You have 3 months. So my session is on investing. The second session that is about financial wealth is the session by Tanisha Matthews. And her session is titled, You Should Know This About Credit Cards. She has over 17 years of experience in credit card, in the credit card in the department of a well-known large bank here. And so she really knows everything about that. And of course, when we talk about credit cards, there is a lot of things that sometimes we think we know, but honestly we don't. I did a video on my channel, in case you haven't caught it, but on my channel, and that was the worst advice that I've gotten, the worst money advice I've gotten, and that was about credit cards. That was given to me by bank advisor the first time I went into the bank to get a credit card. And that bad advice was essentially because I was asking how that works. That was my first time getting a credit card, and I really wanted to make sure not to be doing it the right way. I was maybe 18 or 9. No, actually, I was 19 or 20. And that bank advisor told me, you use the card, then you're gonna get a monthly bill, and you look at the minimum payment that is due, and that's the payment that you need to make by the due date. And that's what I did. That's what I did for months and months, years. And then I realized that this was not working. This was not working. There was something not working for me. And so I looked into it much further and did my research, did my Google, talked to people and all that. And then I realized that was such a bad advice that that person gave me the day of. And that was someone working at the bank. You would think that people working at the bank, they know it, but sometimes they don't. And you really have to do your own due diligence. So Tanisha will come and she will talk to us about how to use credit cards. So if you are joining me right now, just know that I'm not sure what happened, but Ric and Halisi are not here. But I do want to take also the time to address any questions you might have in regard to the upcoming summit this Saturday, the Wealthy Black Women Summit. So hi, Latasha, thanks for joining. And again, I totally understand if you guys don't want to stay because you came here to hear from Halisi and Ric on money and move abroad, and I'm here by myself talking to you about the summit. So please feel free to skip if that's not really for you. But again, I had the time. I already scheduled the time off. I have my mom here helping me with the kids, so I really want to make sure also to make good use of your time. And since the summit is upcoming this Saturday, I want to address. I want to talk about it more. And in case there are questions, I wanted to address that as well. So Tanisha will talk about credit cards. Another session on financial wealth, I guess financial wealth / entrepreneurship, is the session by Sarah Semajust. She's a real estate investor, and she has done so many strategies. She has done assignment. She has done multifamily investing. She has done, I think she has done also the method that they call the BRRRR, which is buy, renovate, refinance, something. But essentially, she has done short-term rental, long-term rental, so short-term rental with Airbnb, and and now she's doing land development. So, I think you have 5 or 6 strategies when it comes to real estate investment, and she has done a good number of them. So honestly, I don't think for myself, I know anyone better than her to come and talk to you guys about real estate investment. So here's the thing. Real estate investment is known still until now as a field where women are very shy. It's like investment in general. So real estate investment, it's a male-dominated environment. So when you see a woman and a Black woman like Sarah being there for so many years and doing different strategy in real estate investment and being successful at it, I totally think that it's worth taking the time, join her session and listening to her about what she has to say about real estate investing. So then you guys can also get started on your own journey if that's something that you're interested in. I'm not saying that you have to invest in real estate, but if that's something that you're interested in and maybe you don't know where to start and you don't know which strategy will work for you, it will be good for you to attend her session because you have the opportunity not only to hear from her, but also to ask her questions, whether it is during her session or later on when we have the Zoom chats at the end of the day for her to maybe give you more information on questions you may have. So that's that. So that will be kind of like another session that I think is like a bit of finance, I guess money, and also entrepreneurship, the real estate investment session. So moving on to, I guess, what we can call physical wealth. And so for that, I have Ria Jamet. She's a curls specialist. And, I just actually literally run back from my hairstylist because she's going away for the holidays. And luckily I was able to have a spot and she just retightened my curls. And I've been I guess like carrying my locks for 4 years now. Super happy that I made that decision. But again, even with my locks right now, I still find it sometimes challenging making sure that I take care of them well. And I live in a country where we have 4 season: winter, spring, summer, fall. And and it's quite humid in the area where I'm living right now. And for us Black women, it's something that can really um, affect our curls. And sometimes we don't know how to handle it. The hair is breaking, the hair is really doing its own thing, and it's really difficult for us. And so Ria's gonna come, and she's gonna, from her expertise, she works in the hair salon right now, share with us how we can really take care of our curls, give them some love, and really do things on our own as much as possible. Because sometimes it's not that easy, to actually get out of there and go to a earth stylist. And so being able to do a few things on our own is something that definitely can be helpful. The other session that will be around physical wealth as well is a session by Adeline Mutambanema. She's a fitness instructor, also a life coach. She's actually my fitness instructor, and I haven't been back to any of the sessions since I gave birth, but I'm going to make it a point to start my workout routine again on Saturday, because maybe you guys know or you don't know yet, but on Saturday, when we start the summit, we are starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are starting with a workout. Adeline is the one giving the workout, and later on that day, she also has a session on our, overall physical health, how to really manage it, and so she'll give us tips on that. So I'm going to be there on that 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be for me also, my return back into my routine. My twins are like 8 months now. I think, no, I'm good. No more excuses. I can go back even if it's not at the same level that I was before getting pregnant. So Adeline is going to have 2 sessions with you guys on Saturday, 7 a.m. It's a workout, and then later on that day she'll have a session. Her session later in the afternoon is called "Your Health is Your Wealth." Because let's face it, as much as I am so strong about financial wealth, because I do believe, especially for us Black women, it is important that we have our money right. So as much as I'm strong about that, I also have to recognize that your health is the first thing. You can have as many millions, as many billions that you want, but if you are not healthy, you are not going to be able to enjoy it. So having someone like Adeline, who has so much experience in it, even training the army, people in the army, is really important to actually, make sure we attend her session, and again, being able to ask questions. And sometimes there are also some, like, not she's not like a medical doctor or nurse, like, but there may be some stuff that, when you're doing your workout a certain way, you're feeling, a certain way, she can help you with that. So that's her session. When we talk about entrepreneurship, um, I don't know if you guys know, but actually, Black women are right now the fastest category of people, the people who are starting business the most at this point. And to me, I like to hear that. Because at the end of the day, to build wealth, yes, you can do that being employed, but chances are you can be more successful at it by having your own business. But having your own business is also a lot of work. Let's face it, it's not easy. And so Magda Sylvestre, she has started many businesses. She owns many businesses, and she's coming to talk to us about the journey of an entrepreneur. So I'm looking at our session. I'm looking forward to our session myself, because I've tried different things in terms of entrepreneurship. I'm also still trying few things right now, and so it's be good even for me to hear from someone who has done it, who's still doing it, and has been successful at it. And so that'll be great to hear that from Magda Silvestre. Still in the entrepreneurship category, this time talking about numbers. Evelyn Aduk-Febire, she's a CPA. And I have a love and hate relationship with CPA in general, but Evelyn, she's cool. She's a good friend of mine. And I think what I like about her, she has that capacity to take numbers, think numbers, but being able to share it with people in a way that people get it, even people who are not numbers. And honestly, when you start a business, the accounting part can be the most daunting if numbers are not your thing. And sometimes that's what actually make businesses fail, because people are there doing the passion, doing the work, selling the product, offering the service, and they don't have that much visibility, or like they don't want to look so much into the numbers. And by the time they realize, it's too late, and that might actually cause them their business to fail. And so having someone like Evelyn coming to talk about number first, when profit first, when it is about setting up your business, you want to make sure that you want to attend that type of session, because this is a CPA sharing with you, I guess, what are the numbers that are important for you to keep your eyes on, so you can make sure that your all of your work, your effort in building your businesses, they don't go down the drain just because you were not really paying that much attention to it. So, like I said, her session is profit first. How to set up your business so it can be profitable, continuously profitable. And so that's that. And then the other, it's not entrepreneurship, but more career. So I have to recognize that as much as I'm interested in the entrepreneurship side, I'm still employed. I still have an employer. I hope not, but I may have at one point to, apply to a position. And one thing that, so I'm going to tell you guys something that happened at one point with one of my good friends. She was looking for a job. And so she was reading the entire posting, and then she will go into her resume, and then she'll be kind of like looking at what was the requirement, and how her resume match to her post, to the job posting. And if in for her it wasn't matching enough, she wouldn't apply. Even if it was like 50 or 60%, she wouldn't apply. So she was not, and so that was the way she told me that she was doing it. At the same time, I had my younger brother looking for an internship, and his way of approaching it was completely different. What he was doing was essentially is like, I'm looking for an internship in engineering. And so his school was sending him job posting, and so it was reading a little bit, but like really overview, like nothing in detail. So then he would take it, and then he would like apply, and then he would send his resume, apply. And so at one point, like we were at the dinner table, he was doing that. I was in, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm applying to internship. But it was just doing like this because it was just like apply. And as soon as you click on the apply button, it was sending the resume to the employer. And I'm like, that's the way you apply. You don't read the job posting. It's like, that's just details. When they call me, then I'll go back to the job posting and I'll read it so I can prepare. But here's the thing, for him, it was particular because the school was already, I'll say, like vetting the job posting before getting it to him. So he already had some sort of better chances to be called because those companies really needed internship, student interns like him. But still, he managed to get an internship. Meanwhile, my friend was still applying for job. So why am I telling you all that? I'm telling you all that, first of all, to highlight one more time how us women are really, we can be not like be low confident when it comes to a few things like investing, real estate investing, again, applying to jobs, wanting to absolutely match everything um, that we have between our resume and the job posting before applying. And so having someone like Nuge Pavao, who's a global talent management acquisition person, having her um, come to really help us to, even if we read the job posting and we see our resume and we think, okay, they don't match that much, but look over, beyond that, and being able to say, okay, but how can I actually make sure that my resume fit the job posting? I'm not saying to create any experience that you don't have to make it out of thin air, but like, there are certain words that sometimes you see on the job posting and they want to make sure you have it on your resume, but you can't just copy exactly what they have on the job posting and put it on your resume either. So she hires people every day. That's her job is. And she has a remote job as well. And so she hires people from all over the world. And she sees all kind of resumes. And for sure she can tell us which ones she thinks are the most successful compared to others, and what we can do to actually improve. When we send our resume, we want to get the call. Because the thing is here, the thing is this: you can send 100 resumes and not get a call, and you can send 5 resumes and get 5 calls. And so you want to be in the second category, but to get there, there is a way to do it. Is, the matter is not just to have the experience, but it's like to be able to actually get the call. So then you get the opportunity to go to the interview. So you pass that first filter. So to come and you talk to us about that. Um, I believe I went over all sessions at this point. So the way the day is scheduled, when we get started at 7 a.m. with the workout is supposed to be about an hour. Then we have a break between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. 9 a.m. that's where we really do the launch, I guess, of the summit. Myself and the host, Missy Prosper, will welcome you guys. A few things to share with you before the summit start, and then we have all the sessions all the way to 1 p.m. From 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a break, and then we start again at 2 p.m. all the way to 6 p.m. for the sessions. From 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., that's where we have the Zoom chats. Because I do, and I want to acknowledge that we might not have enough time during the session to answer all the questions. And that's why we will have the Zoom chats at the end of the day, to actually, in case you have other questions, or also to interact with other Black women, essentially, and talk about that same topic that you want to talk about. And I'm hoping also that that's the time for you to maybe connect with 1 or 2 other Black women that you can keep in touch with, who are going to become your accountability partners in helping you achieve what you want to achieve, whether it is getting into real estate investment or getting started on your own investment in the capital markets, or like if you have a business, making sure you do what you need to do to get paid first in your business. So that's that. And then at 7, so the Zoom chat will be about an hour, and then at 7 p.m. that's where we'll have our keynote speaker. I was very mindful in choosing the keynote speaker, because I've been to some events, and to me, the keynote speaker is really an important person in a conference. And the reason why I'm saying that is because that person can make or break everything that was actually done during the day by other speakers. And so the person's coming to you guys this year as a keynote speaker for the Black Woman, for the Wealthy Black Woman Summit, is Grace Mayele. She's a branding strategist. And I think just that background for me is important, is really who are we? Who are you? Um, are you on brand when you do things, or are you off brand? And so when we're talking about building wealth, how often do you really take the time to actually think about that? And so I'm hoping that she will. I think actually that she will do a great job at really helping us bring everything together, and really help us, kind of like send us there, and to do the work, that to apply everything that we would have actually learned during the day. And so that's really the summit. I'm super excited about that. I'm looking forward to it, to really get together with other Black women to talk about building wealth. And so one thing that I want to mention to you guys right now, there is a Facebook page, which is the Wealthy Black Women Summit. You can go ahead and like the page, follow the page. And I'm also looking at creating a community, like a group on Facebook, because I feel like, it will be good for us Black women to have that space, that sacred space where we come together and talk about building wealth. I'm probably going to be focusing more on financial wealth, because I feel like also trying to touch all kind of wealth might dilute the value of being in the group. So we'll see. We'll see that. Hi, Dr. Linda, Dr. Travel. Hi. Yeah, so I think if you're joining us right now, I'm hoping, sorry to disappoint everybody today, but Alicia and Rick are not here. I hope that they're okay. So I'll probably check on them after, but because I I put out there that I was doing a live today with them. I really wanted to make sure to show up, but I took the time to also talk about the upcoming summit. And so that's that. In case anyone has any question, I'm happy to answer the questions. Again, like I said, we have a page. The Wealthy Black Women Summit has a Facebook page. Please go and like the page, and you can also see some videos from the speakers out there if you want to familiarize yourself with them. And so that's about it. This was way shorter than I anticipated. So I promise you guys will be able to reschedule with Alice and Rick, because I was so excited. I was so excited to have them on the channel, but we'll make that happen eventually, probably after the summit. So not this week, but next week. And that. So if you're here and you haven't subscribed to my channel just yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully that you can also watch few videos before the summit on Saturday. I do talk on my channel about money, so building wealth. I also share my journey as a single mother of 3 beautiful kids, and also lifestyle. I love traveling, looking forward to moving abroad very soon. So I also share some nuggets about that, and that's why I was excited about the live today to talk about money and move abroad with Alice and Rick. So we'll have another take at that. So I want to thank you everybody for showing up and staying. Wow, I wish you an amazing day wherever you are, and an amazing rest of your week. And I may see some of you on Saturday. Thank you so much for joining, and have a good day, everyone. Bye.